Hello and welcome, loyal viewers, to this week's episode of INTV Weekly. It is the 5th of March, the first week of March, and it is feeling like March.
It is. It's very springy.
I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
And I'm Nolan Weiss.
Not quite.
Not quite, no.
Not quite.
Well, this week I'm replacing Nolan Weiss instead of Jeff Jorgensen as opposed to last week. And my name is Regan Johnson.
Nolan is attending a very, very, very important business golf tournament.
Yes, a lot of varies.
Yes.
You were very, very, very busy last week, and now Nolan is attending a very, very important meeting.
Yes, which includes golfing.
When am I going to have my very, very important moment?
I don't know. Yeah, you're usually behind the camera doing very, very, very important things.
There we go, I like it.
Like listening, I guess, and shooting and filming.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Either way, it is sunny outside and it looks like it's going to stick around for a while. We will get to the weather later on in the episode, but first, aside from Nolan not being here, we'd like to congratulate our Students and Athlete of the Week.
Both of them are from the Rosalind High School, so we got interviews with the two of them. And Student of the Week is Marlon Davidson.
I'm Marlon James Davidson. I'm a senior in Cleveland Rosalind High School. CWP, because before taking contemporary world problems, I had a very closed view on the world. But after looking into the news, looking into the sources of why the world is how it is, it broadened my perspective from being a blind follower of major events to wondering, why did this happen? What could have happened if it was worse or happened again? And what can I learn from it to prevent theoretically happening again? I'm a pretty big tennis player. When I'm away from school, I'm a huge video game person. Like, once I get done with the mandatory homework, and I'm normally playing either a video game or sometimes I do art, and other times I'm doing simulator time on Flight Sim X to help get ready for after high school when I can pursue my career in flying.
Congratulations, Marlon, and now let's go on to the Athlete of the Week, Charlie Hoffine.
I'm a senior at Cleveland Rosalind High School. My name's Charlie Hoffine, varsity wrestler, 113. Recently wrestled at the WIA Interscholastic State Championship for wrestling, and I placed 5th at that tournament, and that could be probably why I got chosen for that. I started wrestling pretty much my 8th grade year, and wrestled all the way through high school except for my sophomore year. I didn't wrestle because my grades weren't that good, but I wish I would have. But I like wrestling, it's fun. I like to get my hand raised at the end of the match. So,
congratulations to both the Student Athlete of the Week, and congratulations to Cleveland Rosalind High School for achieving both the Student Athlete of the Week, even though they're the ones who put it on.
Sure.
Either way, we hit the streets. By we mean Jude, but our INTV filmer. Oh, you were there?
Yeah, well, because I film it, and she...
Okay, and she's in front of the camera.
Crazy in front of the camera. It's hysterical, so check it out. The question of the week is, who's your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
Hello, I'm Jude Dunwig. I'm out and about asking folks the question of the week. What is your favorite Dr. Seuss character? And I'm here with Charlotte, the Rosalind Post Office mascot. And Charlotte, what is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
Back the fish, because he's sensible, and I like him.
Yeah, he knows how to do things correctly. He's kind of like the other mom in the house.
The voice of conscience.
Yes, the conscience.
Yeah, so I like him. Very awesome. Okay. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, I was wondering, who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
Character?
Yes.
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yes.
Oh my word. I like the Grinch. He's a character.
Because
quite
he's
the
really
character.
tough, but he really is a softie in the end. And most people are.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't work too hard.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Ice cream now.
Oh, I'm jealous. I am wondering if you would be interested in answering the question of the week.
Well, depends on the question.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
I don't know.
Hello.
I'm a Lorax fan.
Horton. He's doing a great one.
Oh, Horton's an awesome one.
Yep.
I would say the Grinch then.
Because he starts out as tough and mean and then becomes a nice guy.
It's known.
Cool.
Is that it?
Yep, that's perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks. Oh, how are you? Would you be interested in answering the question of the week?
I don't know, maybe. If it's hard, no. If it's easy, yes.
It could be hard.
Okay,
Some
fine, I'll
could be
answer.
easy. Who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
Oh. The Grinch. Definitely the Grinch.
The Grinch has gotten 3 so far.
All right.
He's winning.
Yes?
Yes, winning the Lorax.
Horton's pretty cool too, though.
Yep, Horton's cool.
But definitely the Grinch.
So far the tally is 3 Grinch, 2 Lorax. I think we're tied at 2 Hortons. All in a good. Nothing for the Cat in the Hat. I'm surprised. Thank you. Have a good day. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
You guys filming?
We are. We're actually out and about asking folks the question of the week. Would you guys be interested?
What?
The question of the week for INTV.
Oh, and she's filming me right now.
Oh.
What is the question of the week? You want to come around?
Sure, absolutely. The peek in the door here. Whoop. Yep. Knock knock.
What's the question of the week that you want to know?
Who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
And here in Cleveland?
Pink Panther walk. For a second, I thought I got the place to myself.
Who is my favorite?
Dr. Seuss, you know, like Cat in the Hat, The Grinch.
To tell you the truth, I never followed it.
Really? Did he just say it was the 22nd century?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
I don't know how to read. You gotta give me, like, who's my favorite, like, comic book writer?
It's Dr. Seuss character. You know, Cat in the Hat, The Grinch, the Lorax, Horton, one of the Who's.
I don't know how to read. Maybe I should attend that event though that they're doing, and those kids could teach
Seussapalooza?
the Seussapalooza. Then they could teach me how to read.
All right, yeah. Seussapalooza happening March 7th at the Senior Center from about 6 to 9 p.m. I have to go check my calendar, but yeah, go check it out.
I'd tell you what time, but
Have
I
alcohol.
couldn't read the sign, so I don't know what time it is.
Right.
Someone's gonna have to tell me.
Awesome. Okay.
Excuse me.
Have fun. So this is Jude Dunwig out and about asking folks a question of the week. So tune in next week and I'll be out and about harassing more people and making awkward situations and so on and so forth. So see you then. Excuse me.
Thank you, Jude, for being your crazy self and collecting all of those interviews. Jeff, who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character?
I like the Horax.
The
Horks? The Horax?
the Lorax?
The Lorax. I like the Lorax. Who's yours?
That's what everyone's been saying. Mine is Horton.
Horton? Yeah,
I
Horton's a good one. I like the Lorax because he saves trees.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah,
and
he was a good one.
He's a fluffy orange guy with a ginormous mustache.
Yep, he's pretty amazing. I don't even remember him as a young child.
Yeah, like the book.
Yeah.
I never read the book, I don't think, The Lorax.
Yeah.
I only saw the cartoon.
It seems like it's like a newly developed character, but I'm not 100% sure.
No,
But
I
it's the
think
best one.
there's a book, like The
An
Lorax.
old time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't as popular as like Cat in the Hat, but now like no one said Cat in the Hat. Everyone said The Lorax. So.
The Cat in the Hat.
Or the Grinch.
Yeah, the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat, they were a bit of a pain in the butt, if you ask me, especially the Cat in the Hat. The Grinch, well, I guess the Cat in the Hat made it right in the end too, but...
Yeah, but he just didn't seem like he learned anything. The Grinch actually like learned something and like got a heart from the whole experience.
Yeah.
The Cat in the Hat just went about doing his own.
Yeah, the Cat in the Hat was quite evil. It seems like the Dr. Seuss characters that are becoming more popular now have a lot of good to do with other people, where before it was like torturing kids to some aspects. It's kind of weird.
Humans are evolving.
Yes, I
essentially.
guess. Yeah, we are becoming more graceful to other people's feelings.
Yes, and at that time, we'd also like to thank our sponsors.
Who we are grateful for.
Yes, because they are so amazing.
Starting off, we'd like to thank the CPC. Thank you, the Cascade Prevention Coalition and the UKC, and we'd also like to thank Smokey's Barbecue for your best barbecue you can receive in the South Cle Elum area. Attend Smokey's Barbecue's lunch hours. They are phenomenal. Moving right along, we have a bunch of crazy animals that we'd like to discuss, but first, this is a woodpecker.
Giving a baby weasel a ride.
Pretty impressive.
I know. Did you ever see Epic? That cartoon?
Yeah, I saw.
That's kind of what it's like. It's
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
You know, the birds giving other little animals rides.
Yeah. Who do you think would win in a fight between the baby weasel or the woodpecker?
Well, they're not fighting.
But if they were to...
Of course you would go to...
Like a boxing match.
The bait, well... I don't know. Probably the bird, because he's a little baby.
Yeah, I think the bird would win too. I would put like the glove on his beak and just ding 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 ding. Knock him out pretty fast, I think.
That's
Either
kind of
way.
an adorable image, actually.
I always go to the boxing matches. When I'm like getting in fights or arguments with my friends about who's the better quarterback, I always throw it into the ring. Some way or another. That's how it ends up.
This guy.
I guess. But we have a list of very ugly animals.
not all of them are ugly, but they're the animals that are real that you may not have known existed. So, Jeff, what's our first one?
The blobfish. It looks like the blob. It looks like an old man. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. An old man
with less wrinkles.
I was gonna say lots of wrinkles.
No, there's less. Look at
he's very shiny.
Yeah,
he's like an old man who got plastic surgery.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
And then we have the Dumbo octopus, who's kind of adorable but like weird looking. I don't
It's my
get
favorite.
it.
I don't think is that a nose?
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point. And then we have the lamprey.
Or lamprey?
Lamprey?
I don't know.
Prey?
Well, it looks like something from a horror movie, basically.
It does. It looks like it's a leech, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It looks like a leech.
With like tons of weird teeth.
Yeah, that doesn't look fun. It looks like an evil Chinese finger trap.
Then we have the maned wolf, which is crazy because it looks like a deer and a wolf, like, merged together.
It would be a good pet. That would be a good pet.
It's very odd.
We have the Yeti crab.
Yeah, he's all fuzzy and weird. We have the pig fairy armadillo, which he's just funny looking.
And we have the R.A. Waddle dolphin.
This guy is so weird looking. I didn't even know this existed at all.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a cool looking fish.
Yeah. He's actual dolphin. He's not a fish.
Oh yeah, good point. Mammal, I should say.
Yeah.
I should say.
And then we have this weird, I did not know this, but deers have fangs. It's called a tuft deer. And there's a few of them out there, like species out there, and they have little fangs.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a deer beating up a hunter, a buck beating up a hunter, and it looks scary, but I think it would be scarier if it had fangs.
Vampire deer is on the loose. On to the next topic. This is crazy. These two teens, I'll show you a picture. They're not only sisters, they are twins. It's pretty insane. One is pale-skinned redhead and one's dark-skinned, dark curly hair. I mean...
They could have different fathers, though.
No, they have the same parents. One, I think their dad's English and their mom is Jamaican or something like that. And so, yeah.
One got one gene. And then the other one got the other.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
It's a crossbreed. It is a crossbreed, but it is not, I've mentioned it before, it is completely possible to have, or to see a female have twins that are from separate fathers, which is kind of crazy.
Well, it's kind of the same thing in this regards too. Basically, twins can be created by two different sperms. So, yeah, they're conceived essentially in two different times, or
it could be two different. Well, I hope it wouldn't be at the same time.
Well,
either way, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after we get a little message from our sponsors.
That drive to South Cleveland just got worth it, because nothing says barbecue like Smokey's award-winning barbecue. Come try our famous train wreck that weighs in at over 2 pounds, or try a full rack of our baby back ribs drizzled with our award-winning sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. Our poor boy sandwiches consist of your choice of brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken, hot links, or on the weekends, shrimp, oyster, or catfish. I'd like to invite you out to Smokey's Barbecue. We're a family-owned business of Southern food and barbecue, cooked with passion, served with love. Thank you. Smokey's Barbecue, located at the old Milwaukee Train Depot Station in South Cleveland.
Comes the music. Boom, 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 boom. I'ma shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, 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 ow. Boom, 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 boom.
To our sponsors, Rubies and Smokies, once again, and this is INTV Weekly coming at you on March 5th. I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
And I'm Nolan Weiss.
/ Regan Johnson. Like we said before, Nolan is at a very important golfing tournament.
Golfing? Whoa.
Yep.
with some business meetings in between there.
It's down in Portland, and I'm sure it's very nice down there right now, seeing as though it is gorgeous out up here, and it looks like it's gonna stay that way for the future. The snow is, I'm giving up on it. We still have April, but I'm giving up.
And don't forget, this coming Sunday is the daylight savings or whatever.
That's crazy, it's already here.
I know, where we will be losing an hour of sleep, unfortunately.
I haven't even changed my clock in my car yet from the last daylight savings. So
I'm the same way, except mine was, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Mine, I never changed it, and then from the last daylight savings, it now is right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be wrong shortly.
Terrible.
Me and my battling ways.
That's this Sunday?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's nuts that it's always here. Spring is in the air. And Punxsutawney Phil was obviously wrong months ago, but
yeah, just a little bit.
Wrong again.
It's okay.
Quick tips.
Quick tips. Woohoo!
We're back to the Sharpies.
Yes, Sharpies. They've made a comeback, and we're going to my twin over there, who will explain the quick tip. Hey guys, Regan here with the quick tip. I'm in 2 places at once. How is it possible? Oh my goodness. Anyways, quick tip today. I'm bringing Sharpies back, you may have heard. So what I'm going to do, all you need is an oven, a Sharpie, and a mug. You need preferably a white mug. I couldn't find a plain white mug, so I took whatever was in my mom's pantry. She said it was okay, so you know, it worked out. What I did is I drew already a little monster with the Sharpie, but just to prove that I did this, that I took Sharpie and drew on a mug, I'm gonna draw some more. I'm gonna do a little bee or something, we'll see. Ugh, here we go. I think this this quick tip would be good for kids as well. You know, just have like some white mugs around, and they can be creative and artistic, and then you have this personalized mug. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a mug. It could be a plate, or it could be a black mug and white Sharpie, or I don't know, you can just be creative with it. But I think it'd be fun for if you have kids, you know, you can be creative with them and then have some personalized mug or plate or anything like that. Almost done with my bee. It's kind of fun too. You feel sort of rebellious, you know? When I was a kid, my mom let me draw and paint on my walls anything I wanted. So this is kind of a cool version of that. I gotta draw and paint on mugs. Let's see, I'm gonna make a little buzz bee path. Okay. Also, one other thing is what I found out is you can take a pencil and sketch whatever you want on the mug, and it'll show up really lightly, and you can easily just, like, if you make a mistake, you can easily take away the pencil mark with your fingers, just like by rubbing it away. So that's what I did, is I sketched it out and then I drew it with my marker. Anyway, so now that my Sharpie drawing is complete, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a couple hours to overnight. And then once it's completely dry, I'm going to put it in the oven, set my temperature for 350, let it heat up, and leave it in there for 30 minutes once it's hit 350. And then turn the oven off, let it cool down, keep the mug in here because you don't want the mug to crack. Once the oven's completely cool and your mug has completely cooled, take out the mug and you will have a permanent, beautiful drawing on here. You probably don't want to put it in the dishwasher because it will kind of fade away the drawing a little bit, so just hand wash it, but other than that, it'll just stay on there, it'll be totally fine, and it'll be something unique that you created that you can show off to all your friends. This has been Regan Johnson, the Quick Tip, and have fun.
Thank you, Regan Johnson, for that quick tip.
Oh, you're welcome. I try.
Sharpies are the new black, I guess.
Or duct tape.
Or duct tape.
Yes.
Yes. Duct tape's universal, just like Sharpies. We use Sharpies so much on the news, or I guess our weekly episode, that I'm surprised that they haven't gotten a hold of us and they're like, we want to dish some money your way.
I know. Sponsorships? Hello.
Maybe. Or maybe Sharpie's just never seen us. We need to send this footage to Sharpie.
Nah. Okay, there we go.
One way or another. That's your job, though.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get on that.
All right.
So on our next story, we got an amazing interview with Annie from Roslyn, where she's talking about indigenous stewardship practices and methods, or traditional stewardship practices and methods. And it's pretty amazing, so check it out. She's a wealth of knowledge. Thank you, Annie, for this amazing interview.
Okay, my name's Annie Pressler, or Andrea Pressler. I go by Annie. I moved here to Roslyn about 5 years ago. I am currently working as a senior scientist and ethnobotanist with Northwest Anthropology, and that's based out of Richland. When I was around 10 years old, I ran my knee into a rusty old nail, and it became infected. And so my mother went out and she grabbed some plantain, and I'm sure there's some right out here in the lawn, but it's a type of weed that came over from Europe. There's some native species as well. And she chewed it up and put it on my knee, and it drew out the infection overnight. And so at a young age, I became very interested in medicinal and edible uses of plants. Additional stewardship practices or methods have to do with basically managing our environments for the benefit of humans and wildlife alike. So it entails not only fire-wising and making sure that we introduce fires back into the forest in a practical way, in a way that matches as best we can the normal fire regime, but also to cultivate on site some of those forbs and subshrubs that are part of the whole food shed for, again, people and wildlife. So the berries and the roots and other parts of the forest can also be enhanced through using some of the traditional cultural practices. And again, not in addition to fire, it means going out and actually harvesting some of these plants so that you break up and aerate the soil. In addition, those little rootlets that are left in the ground will regenerate depending on the species. For me, what's most important is that we understand that we are all connected to everything that's going on around us. Anything that affects our air, water, and soil and our food ultimately affects us and affects all the other organisms. And so I'd like to see us address some of these issues that are coming out of our food production systems, because while we're producing lots of food, we are also damaging the environment in ways that we can't even fully comprehend yet. And so now we're seeing long-term residual effects from some of the herbicides that are used, and to a point where soil is becoming sterile, and we have to go back and inoculate the soil with bacteria in order for that soil to reach a condition where it can support plants. And so we need to take a close look at what we're doing. Unfortunately, I think there has been so much trauma wrought upon indigenous peoples, not only here but around the world, that there's a lot of mistrust that still exists. And that's difficult to set aside because it still continues. It's part of our infrastructure, if you will. But there's a lot that we can learn. And if they're willing to share that information, and if we're humble enough to take that in and learn alongside them, maybe we can approach these issues with our forests and with our ecosystems at large from a broader perspective, where we take the best of Western ideology and conservation practices, some are somewhat misguided, and combine those with the best of indigenous practices, and then I think we can all benefit, and so will all of the other organisms that are out there.
Staying healthy and fit is what it's all about here in 2015. It seems like it's becoming more and more, it's like pop culture now, is health and fitness. It didn't seem like it was that way back 2, 3, 4 years ago. And now yoga popped up, and it's just been sweeping the nation on a health food craze. And I mean, it's just, I guess saving money for not having to go to the hospital, just keeping your body healthier is what it's all about, really, you know.
Are you trying to relate that to Annie's?
I guess. I don't know.
I didn't know where you were going with that one.
Thank you, Annie, for that interview. Very impressive things that you're doing down there. And trying to get rid of Monsanto altogether. I think getting rid of those GMOs.
Yeah. It's a big deal. I think it's definitely time to come together and put the best of both cultures together and create something that's a lot more sustainable and healthy for our earth, for our animals, and for us.
Pretty cool. Taking care of Mother Nature as she takes care of us.
Yes.
Speaking of Mother Nature, the Cascade Field and Streams fundraiser took place on the 28th of last month, and it was a great turnout. It was held at the Senior Center at 5 p.m. If you missed it this year, be sure not to miss it next year. But even if you do miss it both years in a row, be sure to watch it on INTV because we have it.
I am Mark Bennett. I'm the president of Cascade Field and Stream Club. Just re-elected again for the 2015 year. This event is our annual fundraiser banquet. This is how we support our club. We are a non-profit organization. All donated items here, we sell them and try and make some money so we can keep the club up and running. So that's, most of the people out there are club members. Some of them are club members and wives, spouses, guests, and it's a good time. It happens this time of the year, every year since I've been involved for 22, 23 years. And the club's been in existence since 1937. So we're trying to keep it up and running. We promote shooting sports, outdoor activities. Preferably we would like to have all family event, bring family members in. We're working on an insurance plan that will allow us to do that more readily. As far as joining is concerned, it's real easy. We can get you an application. There are application forms at all the meat markets in town, the hardware stores. A lot of the business people that support us have application forms available. Just fill one out, send it in, and we will send you back a membership card with the combination to the gate on the back. I hope everybody that came tonight is going to have a wonderful time and go home happy.
This upcoming Saturday is jammed-packed with events, and it's going to be a beautiful Saturday just to be walking around Cle Elum and Roslyn area. And if you are doing just that, be sure to step in and show your support at some of these local events, such as the controlled burn that's going to be taking place on Main Street in Cle Elum across from McDonald's. This is going to be hosted by the Cle Elum Volunteer Fire Department, and they're going to be burning down a house.
So if you see that house burning, don't freak out. The fire department is on top of it.
They are on top of it, inside of it, underneath it, and they're ripping it apart.
Yeah. Then there is the spaghetti feed at the Cle Elum Eagles from 4 to 7 p.m. and I think Jeff's involved.
Yes, I'm going to be running spaghetti. Hopefully if I can make it there on time, I'm going to have to work, but I'm sure I'm going to be. I'm going to be washing dishes, so get down there, give me some dirty dishes to wash, and show your support for the Sons of Italy Spaghetti Feed. This is a local fundraiser that happens every single year with a great turnout and the best ice cream that money can buy. It's a fundraiser for our seniors of the Cle Elum Roslyn School District for a scholarship program.
So make sure you get down there.
And be sure to cowboy up on that very same day and head down to the Swaktianaway Grange for the Cowboy Dinner. This takes place every single year. So get down, show your support. Tickets are on sale now, and it's going to be held at 5:30 to 9:30.
And then the Seuss-a-Palooza is happening at the Senior Center, which is why we were asking everyone the question of the week, what is your favorite Dr. Seuss character? So this is put on by the Friends of the Library, the Roslyn Library, so make sure you don't miss it. It's from 6 to 9 p.m.
And that was down at the Centennial Center. And now let's move on to Civic News. Civic News. All we have this week is South Cle Elum City Council. What happened, Regan?
Well, Steve Sowers has been appointed as the new planning commission, and the animal control officer has been hired and is in the process of training.
It has been a long time without an animal control officer, and since the last one is gone and this one has been appointed, I have seen an abundance of wild bunnies in Roslyn. Usually at night.
Adorable.
Usually at night, but they are everywhere right now. And I think that they're just going to grow in population to the point where we're going to have to harvest them and make rabbit stew. I'm a hunter, so, you know, I got that going for me. But they are illegal to shoot, I believe, right now. I'm not 100% sure.
I would hope so.
Yeah, especially in city limits. That's where they're protected.
Especially while he's living in Roslyn.
Yep.
Bunnies beware.
Bunnies beware. No, I love the rabbits. I really do. I enjoy looking at them, and I'm sure that the animal control officer is not going to do much about them not being on a leash or trying to catch the rabbits. I think that they're just going to grow and grow and grow, and we're going to be a rabbit city.
Well, let's see what they had to say about that officer animal control buddy person.
I have in front of me a letter from Steve Sowers applying for the vacant position on the Planning Commission. He says being retired gives me time to devote to this position. Newly retired person. Whoa. So, congratulations. I've decided to appoint him and take some of his time away. Steve, you are hereby anointed the Planning Commission. Okay. Thank you very much. Yep.
Thank you, Steve. Raise that tower height to 50 feet, would you?
Okay. Understand that we have a animal control officer in the pipeline.
She's in the background phase, and we're trying to get everything done. Hopefully March 9th, she can attend the Animal Control Academy. I don't know if that got scheduled yet or not.
March 9th?
Yeah, like
1 day or?
No, it's 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
No, it's not very involved.
All right.
If you missed that meeting, be sure to check it out in its entirety at selected times, only on INTV Channel 3.
I believe last time on last week's news I got pointed out that I spelt Monday and Wednesday wrong, so I made sure I spelt those days wrong, and please make sure you check out those city council meetings at the tabs below.
You probably would have lost even to me in the competition.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you spelled Monday and Wednesday wrong.
Because I typed it wrong, not because I know how to spell Monday and Wednesday.
Typos. They have spell check for everything now, so there should be no excuses.
No, actually, Adobe Premiere, the editing software I use, does not have.
And we're not even getting paid by Adobe either.
We are just on a roll.
Yeah, we're name dropping.
Yeah.
We're name dropping and getting nothing out of it. Spring is here. That only means one thing: spring sports. Baseball, softball, soccer. Maybe?
I think so.
No.
Is that fall or spring?
I believe that's fall.
Okay.
That's fall. Football. Football, soccer. Either way, baseball and softball, it's going to sweep the nation, and it's going to sweep the upper Kittitas counties, just like the Warrior boys and girls are going to sweep away the competition this year. Head coach Colby Sherrill for the Cleveland-Roslyn boys baseball coach, and the girls softball coach.
I don't know her name.
We don't know her name, but we will know her name in the near future because we will have interviews. The teams are actually, Coach Sherrill hasn't been involved, but I know that the baseball team has been working pretty hard on Saturdays on getting coached by a volunteer coach, but definitely taking some grounders, catching some pop flies, hitting some home runs one way or another. They're going to be an outstanding team.
Cleveland-Roslyn High School, you guys should hire this guy as your motivational speaker.
Yeah, I could.
For the
just to come
teams.
in. Yeah, just to come in like during halftime, like walk into the football, stadium, and then give him a quick speech, or like before every batter goes up and steps up to the plate,
This guy.
Whisper some things in their ear.
And we'd also at this time like to move on to thanking more of our sponsors.
But first, the Upper Kittitas County Disc Golf players are going to be holding a cleanup day on March 14th, so be sure to get out there, especially if you're a disc golfer. It's more than just a cleanup day. You can get out, try to find some discs that you've been maybe lost, thrown in the woods, haven't been able to find. It's a good time to do it, and it's a good time to show your support at a local disc golf course. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of disc golfing going on the time during the cleanup and the time after, but for sure, be sure to get down there, check it out, and if you've never played the disc golf course, it is a free activity that is crazy fun, so be sure.
I went for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I sucked at it, but it was a lot of fun.
Did you golf 9 holes or did you golf 18?
9.
What was your score?
I have no idea, but I was literally standing from like here to that little goal thing, and I still could not make it. It was bad.
You went with Jared?
Yeah.
Went with Jared. She probably beat Jared, I'm guessing.
No.
according to, or not according, just watching Jared play, I don't know. He's getting a little bit better, though.
He beat Nolan.
He's gonna, yeah, that's what I heard. Nolan's getting worse, and we're all kind of getting better. And that's just how it is.
So now we're gonna thank our sponsors at this time.
Thank you to the Cascade Prevention Coalition for all the hard work you do in the Upper Kittitas County.
And all the marijuana prevention for all the schools, so that's great, good job. Ruby Scrapbooking and Things, please make sure you check out the new amazing commercial. I loved creating it, it was a lot of fun, and it just aired today, so.
Regan did an excellent job creating the Swiftwater Fitness commercial as well. It looks very splendid. It makes me want to go work out.
Oh, well, thank you, that was the whole point.
Yep, I want to hit the gym.
And Smokey's Barbecue. Amazing food, I have to say, and there's a new local flavor episodes coming out with James from Smokey's talking about how to cook your meats and your veggies and side dishes. It's good.
Loretta Swigard at John L. Scott Real Estate. If you are interested in buying or selling your home, be sure to contact Loretta Swigard, best real estate agent in the Upper Kittitas County.
Mountain Elegance, if you want to furnish your lovely home, then contact Tina at Mountain Elegance because she's pretty amazing. She has an eye for being able to furnish your home and has amazing furniture.
And nothing will look better in that newly furnished home than an 80-inch TV sponsored in part by Craven Technologies, and it's actually a, how do you put it? Yeah, touch screen, interactive television. Very cool. Check them out. Casey Craven with Craven Technologies.
The future is here. Country Ladies Trading Co. They are currently closed, but keep an eye out for when they open. I think it'll be in May. We'll let you know.
Inland Network Security, with security systems starting at as little as $25 a month and $99 for an install. Give us a call, 649-2211.
And Inland Networks, always there for your cable, internet, everything you need.
And we're always there for Inland.
Woohoo!
Yep.
And then also we have new sponsors with commercials coming up, and that's Old Number 3 and Harper's Lumber. So stay tuned for those commercials.
Check it out. We like to close down tonight's episode by wishing a few people
birthdays!
Happy birthdays. It's almost like it's your birthday. You're pretty excited.
No. My birthday's coming up though.
When?
17th, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
That's a wild birthday.
Yeah.
That's a pretty crazy birthday. That would have been fun on your 21 run.
Actually, no, because I
don't remember.
No, 4 days before my birthday fell downstairs and fractured my lower rib and was on a lot of medication.
Were you drinking?
No.
Yeah, you weren't pre-drinking prior to your birthday, your pre-birthday events?
No, it was very icy and I'm klutz.
On your stairs?
Yeah.
Inside your house?
No, I was outside.
Very icy stairs inside the house.
It was sad. Anyways, March 4th, I know we missed it, it was yesterday, but I just want to say again, happy birthday Drew Dunwig, our filmer. You might see her on the streets a lot. Say happy birthday to her if you see her around.
Not living on the streets.
No,
just running around with a camera.
Running around, I make it sound like she's like, sorry, no, it's not what I meant.
You're gonna catch her on the streets. In back alleys.
With the camera in hand, she always gets interviews, she's great. Sorry, didn't mean it that way.
On March 6th, we have Jeannie Precious, Cody Childs, and Adrian Alexi.
March 7th, we have Jessica McCown and Kevin Moorhead.
On March 8th, we have Jeremiah Paquette and 21 years old Chelsea Cameron. Happy birthday.
And on March 9th, we have Julie Heiberger, Peter Flynn, and Kendall McGibbon. Happy birthday, guys.
And on the 10th, we have Roy Chance. Happy birthday.
And on March 11th, we have Olivia Plesha, Patty Nicholson, Ashley Frazier, and Aaron Blum. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday to all the first week of March babies. If we miss you, make sure it doesn't happen again. Give us a call at 649-3940. It's been a local boy.
And a local girl.
Shooting some local news.
For you.
I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
And I'm Nolan Weiss. Or Regan Johnson.
But Nolan Weiss, take your time down there in Portland. We are not missing you up here by any means.
And on that note, what does he do? He grabs a piece of paper.
And he says something in a different language.
Adios, amigos. And then he throws it, but I'm gonna go like that.
The menage.
So this is Jude Dunweg. Start over.
Hey guys, Regan here. I just burped. I'm gonna redo that.
Okay, I'll stop.